Hello everybody, Candy Cane Cooper, International Animal Communicator here with my live Facebook video blog number 14. I cannot believe that we've come this far. It's so great. I just want to also remind you that if you miss any portion of this, it'll be reposted when I finish here on Facebook. Hi Nevi. And also it'll be on my YouTube channel in its entirety, okay? If you have any comments or any questions, just chime in, please type me your questions. This is what it's all about, the interaction, all right? So I just have a few announcements here for today. I'm doing a couple of really cool interviews. Hi Ray, wow, nice to have you with us today. Tomorrow I am doing a show with Mike Cavalli, who's a world-renowned medium, for his show, The Mediumship Show. And then it'll be reposted on his Facebook platform and a few other areas. So of course, you know, I'll have it on my page with a link and all of that. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be asking me, but I'm excited to see what we're going to get into because he's way out there like me. Hi Bonbon, good morning. Also, I'm going to be doing a podcast next month with Valeria Tellis. Her podcast is called Quest for Well-Being. So that should be very interesting as well. And again, I'm not quite sure what facet of my work we're going to be talking about, but I know it's going to be interesting. And I always love these on-the-fly interviews because they get my juices flowing and dig deep into things sometimes that I haven't even really thought about. And of course, I love sharing all of that with all of you. Also, last announcement is, it's very exciting. My book is doing so well thanks to all of you. Amazon, I guess, tracks these sales in 100 countries, and my little book has been sold in 71 of those 100 countries through Amazon. So thank you again to all my clients around the planet. You are what makes my world spin, and just seeing that everybody all over the universe here, this universe, is interested in my work. I mean, the flattery, my pride, all of that is just through the roof. So again, from my heart to yours. All right, so let's get started with question number 1 is from, let's see, Mimi on Facebook. She says, what do our babies feel as they are crossing over? Oh, it's a heavy question. Confusion, fear, dark tunnel before the light, instant relief, or joy? I hope it is instant happiness. Well, Mimi, she's a client of mine, and I know most of you that are my clients know that I work a lot with euthanasia, home euthanasia. I assist Dr. Fox from Fox Companion Care here in LA, and we go out together, but then I also work by myself, helping the animals cross the Rainbow Bridge in person and then also remotely. So I go back and forth all the time. Even when I'm just not speaking with an animal that's already crossed over, I'm actually assisting the animal across the Rainbow Bridge. And for me, in my work, I've said this a lot, is the biggest honor that I can be asked to do. And it is instantaneous, Mimi. There's no pain because it's beautiful. And the animals have a beautiful mindset. If there's one thing we can learn from them, well, one thing of many that we can learn from them, is that, thank you, Nevi, yeah, it is pretty awesome. I appreciate that, honey. Is their acceptance of the afterlife. It's a continuation. I mean, we use the term afterlife. I even have it as a title in my book because that's how we relate to it. Morning, Mimi, I'm answering your question right now. But really, it's just a continuation of their energy, of their existence, of their being in a different platform, a different plane, a different universe, however you like to think of it. But it's never the end, and it's never painful. I like to prepare them if I'm involved and let them know what is involved here with there's basically usually 2 shots that the animals get for euthanasia, a tranquilizer to relax them, and then the next shot to finally, shut the system down. And when they know what's going to be happening, it removes all the fear. And I know that's true with all of us. The fear is not knowing, but once it's explained to them, they're completely calm. And I can say, Mimi, that's the only thing that they really are afraid of, is how is assisted euthanasia going to work? But actually, the fact of them going to the afterlife or crossing the Rainbow Bridge is never a scary thought, ever. It's beautiful. Hi, Anna Lou. Good morning. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Yeah, there's never confusion, fear. There's not a dark tunnel. I'm right with them traveling. It's really beautiful, and it's literally, you're here, and then we're there. And then I get to come back. Hopefully I get to still come back every time. But if I don't one day, then I will be totally okay with staying there. It's a beautiful place filled with love and joy and happiness and no pain. All right, let's go on to question number 2. Is from Nora from Facebook. Nora always has good questions. She says, do animals have names they call themselves, and do they have names for their caretakers? She's always wondered. Jennifer, hi honey, how are you? I'm glad you're joining us today. One of my awesome clients with a whole gaggle of babies at her home. Yes, they do. So here's a couple examples I pulled from my clients. I had one cat want to call his owner Rose, but that was not her name. And when I dug deeper into it, we find out that I'm smelling roses. And I said, wait, you're welcome, Mimi. I'm smelling roses. Why am I smelling roses? He wants to call you Rose. And she said that he was a little fascinated when they go outside. She walks her cat on a harness because she has rose bushes out front, but that's her favorite flower. And she also wears rose-scented perfume. So he was very aware of all of this and loves roses, loves his mommy, so therefore her nickname was Rose. I also have another client, her dog wanted to call her Sunflower. He didn't actually say the name. Now sometimes I hear the voice, they show me images, it's emotions, it's scent, it's everything. But I kept seeing an image of a sunflower. And then she relayed to me, the caretaker, that the room that he slept in had wallpaper that was decorated with sunflowers. So that was beautiful. So that felt comfort and security to this dog. And it was a abused dog. It was an ex-bait dog, actually, a little pitty that she was rehabilitating. And so comfort zone was Sunflower for him. So he wanted to call his human Sunflower. Then on a broader scale, when I'm working in session, the way that the animal responds to the human when I'm talking with them, when I'm in the middle, sometimes they'll call them mom, mother, brother, daddy. So that also gives me a very big clue of how they relate to that particular human. Sometimes they want to be the caretaker, sometimes they want to be taken care of, so mommy is mommy, or sometimes they call their humans, daddy, dad, or Jack, or whatever their surname is, so it's more on the same level. So that really gives me a whole insight emotionally to how they view us. So yes, Nora, it's very different with each and every animal, which you already know since you're working with your horse like this through telepathy, and you just never know. Just like our relationships with our humans, right? It's all diversified. So same with the animals, and yes, they do have some very, very cute nicknames for the humans. Hi, Shirley. I'm mama horse to my daughter is Sissy. Yes, exactly. Hey, Romy, aloha from Hawaii. I hope to get out there again next year after this virus and see you for sure. For sure, my friend, for sure. Love to you, Romy. Lorna, hi. Nice to have you with us here today. I also had a big mare one time. I was talking to a female horse, and the mother's name was Nikki. And she said, Nick, 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 Nick. She called her Nick, Nick. And I'm like, that is such a cute name for you. And she said, that's what all my friends call me. They call me Nick, Nick. So they're hearing also the interaction around us with the other humans as well. I had a client. Hey, Jennifer. Nice to have you with me today. I had another client just the other day. Her horse's name was Sizzle. And hey, Vanessa. Hi, honey. Another one of my awesome clients. Can you tell me? Wait, I missed your client. Come back. I'm not your client. I missed your question. Can you tell me the different species? Oh, communicate. Sure, I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, her horse's name was Sizzle, and the horse kept saying to me, you can call me Zzz, Zzz, Zzz. I'm like, what is Zzz, Zzz? You know, but I just repeat it as I hear it. And she said, oh, yes, we call her Zizzy instead of Sizzle. So there you go. So she totally heard her nickname from the other humans and then was repeating it to me, and I felt, you know, flattered that she asked me to call her Zizzy. Okay, so let's see. You were asking me, do different animals, different species communicate differently? Not really. I've been asked that a lot. That's okay, Nora. I already answered your question, but you can see it when I repost it later as soon as I finish. I just answered your question for you, honey, okay? It depends on the animal's own personal intellect, how they relate, if they're open, if they're more quiet inside. But to say like horses are smarter than pigs, or a squirrel would speak differently than a chicken, not really at all, okay? Again, just as each and every one of us is very unique, the animals are the same. It doesn't really, I know we test as humans the animal's intellect by our standards, which we all know about that. But you can see in some of my videos that I try to break through all of that and show you that they can be very diversified, especially with my horse, Jasmine. Do I ever come to England? Yes, I do. But we can work remote, honey. I have clients all over the world that I read for through the phone, through Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, you name it, we use it. Okay? All right. Now, question 3. Yes, come to the UK. Okay, I have lots of cousins out there that I know would like to see me again. I need to get out there. Huh. No, you mean do they talk amongst themselves? Oh, absolutely. Let's see, what is Inga saying? How the animals react when you're trying to help them with chronic conditions. Oh, yes. They're very, very open to it. Especially if they're hurting, they want help, just like you and I do. So they're very, very open to it. Wait, let me get back to your other question here. Oh, do they talk amongst themselves? Vanessa wanted to know. Oh, yes, absolutely. I know all the barn gossip by talking to one horse. And I don't have to ask the human barn bitch in the group. And all you equestrians know what I'm talking about. And especially at the racetrack, the horses will tell me sometimes before the race, they know which horse they need to beat, which is kind of crazy. Of course, I don't like to gamble on my clients, but it is helpful for the trainer and the jockey when the horse is telling me, hey, the gray horse in the first slot is going to be my competition. So it can help give us a good game plan and how to come around and be successful. So yes, they all talk amongst themselves. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, and staying on that track, question 3 is from Barbara on Facebook. Oh wait, hold on. How do the animals know when you're trying to help? Oh, hold on, wait, you had a bigger question here. I'm sorry, honey, I didn't see the whole question. I'm sorry, it's not giving me your whole question. But if you post it later, I'll finish up my statement with you, okay, Inga? I don't want to leave you hanging there. Question 3 is, Barbara from Facebook says, do dogs think like we do? Like when I get in the car and I leave for work, is my dog wondering, or when will I ever come back? Exactly. And the answer is yes, of course they worry about it. Just, when we leave, we always say, I'll be right back, which isn't very good because we always lie. And that's a no, 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 no. All my clients know that I work with them and I help them to teach their animals time. So I'm going to share that with you right now. Hey, Sharon. Thanks for joining me today. Nice to have you with us. And the way that you teach them time is very simple. First off, you never lie. And this is a big, big helper with separation anxiety. This is just one of the tools I use when I'm helping to work with animals that have issues when when they are being left alone. Oh, Nevi says Princess Ruru doesn't gossip. Really? Okay, next time I talk to her, I'm going to ask her for the 411 on you and Daddy, and let's see what she has to say. So be careful. She's watching. She's watching. Anyway, so when you get ready to leave, let's get back to teaching your animals time. I like to use one finger for each hour. And I do this with all my animals every single time I leave the house or I say goodbye. If I'm going to be gone for 1 hour, it's 1 hour. I close my eyes, I do a little bit of visualization of me leaving and then returning through the front door or wherever you're returning through in the same outfit that you're wearing that day, and then I'm back, I'm here, you're safe, and maybe a treat or whatever. And then for the minutes, I go 5, 10, 15, 20, like that. And believe it or not, over time, they're gonna get a sense of what that feels like. So when you say, I'm gonna be gone, or I'm gonna be gone from sun up to sundown at the end of the day for dinner time, they can relax because they know when you're coming back instead of sitting at the front door anticipating your return. This is also a great tool for my equestrian friends or anybody, if you have show dogs or any animal that is going around the country, flying or in transport. If I can tell a horse when it loads on a trailer, you're going to be gone 2 days and 2 darks, and then return back and show them a picture of the end destination. I mean, can you imagine you're walking into this moving box and you don't know how long you're going to be on it, when you're going to have a break and get off and stretch your legs, or where you're going to end up. Hey, Missy, another one of my awesome clients. Love to you and Spark. Beautiful, she has a beautiful horse, beautiful horse. So it's very successful, especially if you have an animal that's nervous, or a horse that's kicking in the trailer before they transport, or a show dog that you're flying around the country. It works great. You don't have to use tranquilizers because, as we said at the beginning of our conversation today, not knowing is the key to anxiety. So once you answer the question, the animal's comfortable, the animal knows what the plan is, the animal knows the end result, it can relax. So it's really very simple. All of this is very simple when it comes to communicating with your animals. Very, very basic. Just take away all that extra stuff that we put in our heads, our conscious mind, and just go right to the basics. What can I do to solve this problem at the core issue? Knowledge. Knowledge is the key, always. And the same goes for us humans, which we know, but I'm not going to preach on that today. I'll leave that to the therapists. Okay, next question is from Bernadette on YouTube. Let's see. I am on numerous cat posts. Many ask what they can do about their problem regarding their cat. I suggest they contact you or other animal communicators. Mostly people ignore my comments. Okay. One person put a laugh emoji on it. What do you think about this? Should I not contribute such suggestions? It makes me sad that people don't take available help. And another person said that it would cost too much. Well, yes, I understand that. It can be expensive, But as far as that goes, you know, you have to just dance to your own beat. When I first started my animal communication work, it was really hard, as I say, to come out, because here I am, this crazy person, going to tell people I talk to animals, and I'm going to make a living at it. But in the long run, if you surround yourself with like-minded people, you'll find that stability that you're looking for. And if someone looks at you with that side eye, or like you're a little off, just shake it off. It's not a big deal. You know, if I get a naysayer here or there, it's okay. You know, I don't have to convince them of what I do. What is Susan asking me? Can your dead horse be returned to another body? Oh, okay, we're talking about reincarnation. All right, I'll answer that in a minute, Susan. You don't have to prove your point to anybody. It's what you know. You just be silent. There's nothing to say. Just move on. And like I said, through time, the more that you develop your spiritual side, you will connect more and more with like-minded people. And you'll see that your group will grow. And again, it'll give you a little bit more stability from the inside. It's just a natural progression. Likes attract likes. I say, you know, I told her, just don't let others' dark shadow cast on you. Just continue to shine bright. That's what I do. Just carry on, shine bright. You know in your heart what you believe to be true. And if people don't want your help, that's okay. Just move on. Not a big deal. All right, Bernadette, so I hope that answers your question on that issue. That's how I deal with it as a professional. I don't get down and dirty, and even if I get a nasty comment, I remember last year I did a whole video for BuzzFeed. It was huge. It got like over 8 million views. It was me, it was a dog trainer, and a DNA specialist, and we were working with dogs' hidden history. These were adopted dogs. And of course, me, of all the three of us, got all the comments, all the crazy kook comments about the animal communicator, blah, blah, blah. And you know, I just laughed it off. It was kind of funny, the way people just armchair comments is what I call it, because it's easy on social media to just be negative. So again, or if I get something on my page, I usually just delete it when I'm in control and just forget about it. So I hope that helps you. Let them, seeing is believing. Yes, yes. My YouTube channel. Yes, thank you, Nevi. Yes, I try to do videos on my YouTube channel showing progress of my clients. Nevi has Princess Ruru that we potty trained, and we do all kinds of things with her. She's an amazing, amazing intellect on this Sphinx cat that she owns. She's not only crazy beautiful on the outside, but super smart, and I have several videos of her accomplishing all kinds of things, and I continue to post positive videos like that with accomplishments from the animals so people can see for their own eyes. Hey Megan, nice to have you here. Hey Anna Lou, replying to Susan. Yes, let me get back to Susan's question about reincarnation, and I'm asked that a lot. Honestly, I talk about it in interview I did. If you go to awaken.com, I did a 3-part interview, and I talk a lot about an experience that I had personally with a vision. I don't know if it was a reincarnation or not. Hi Claire. But I have never personally in session, hey Steph, talked with an animal that said they were reincarnated or that they came back in a different body. Now, I'm not saying that that's not possible, because, hey, I don't know everything. As I always say, I'm learning every day through my work. The animals teach me things every single day. Every single session I have, I learn something new from them. So I don't really know. I did come close to what I can say was a reincarnated experience, but again, I'm not quite sure. So if you get a chance, watch my interview. I'm not sure if it's in part 1 or part 2. Well, it might be in part 3. Well, hi Vic, nice to have you here today. But you'll enjoy it. You can kind of, fast forward through it. And I talk about the whole experience. It was pretty cool. I'll just give you a little teaser. I kind of had a vision in my sleep, my meditation, or when I was traveling, astro traveling, so to speak. And then I had a message, and then it kind of came to fruition out of nowhere when I was doing a ranch call with an animal that I saw. So I'll tell you, that's my teaser about it, but y'all think you'll find it really fascinating. I have never had another experience like that though, Susan. That was a once in a lifetime, and it also helped to trigger me to push myself forward in my career. And getting back to the other question beforehand about insecurity or nervousness about what I do, feeling confident because of naysayers. You believe your black cat came back to you 3 times? Wow, not your horse, but really I believe my dog came back. That's amazing. I'd love to hear about that, Anna Lou. Let's talk about that sometime. Or maybe I can bring you in next live blog if you want, and you can share your experience, how that felt. I would love that. That'd be awesome. And before we finish up today, yes, the book Zoom gathering is coming. I know I keep saying that, but because of my book, I've been doing so many interviews in between, I haven't really had any free time. But again, I love doing this because it gets the word out about what I do. But it is coming soon. I will be posting it a couple weeks, so everybody will have notice. And then you just need to send me your email address so I can send you the link. It's going to be so much fun. Like I said, we're having a surprise guest, and I hope everybody can join in. Yes, I'd love to hear that story. All right. And also, happy National Dog Day. Of course, my dogs are nowhere to be found. Comanche, let me grab my Comanche. Come here. All of you have seen Casey, but none of you have seen my Comanche. He is my 17-year-old Chihuahua, believe it or not, rescue from West Valley Shelter. He was put in there 2 times for being a naughty boy, going to the bathroom everywhere, and well, at 17, I can say he's finally potty trained. Say hi, Comanche. Hi, Chi-Chi. Okay, thank you. All right, he's too scared. Hi, Elisa. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, he's a good boy. 17 and still ticking. So with closing today, as always, remember to speak to your animals with your mind, not your mouth. Till next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.